complimentary drink on our tour. We're about to do an ATV tour and whitewater rafting. We had the loveliest taxi driver you could imagine. We stopped by a coffee plantation and our order came to 122,000 rupiah.
No, 1 million.
I don't know the money. 1 million.
Rupiah.
What is it? 1,200,000.
200,000.
Yeah, whatever.
About $120.
And the taxi driver paid it because the card wouldn't work because of the reception. And then now we just came back and we find an ATM. Who knows when they'll be?
One person, one pedal.
Through TripAdvisor, we booked an ATV and whitewater rafting experience. We were a bit hesitant because we didn't know where we were actually going. However, as part of the trip, we had a taxi driver pick us up from our hotel directly and drive us to where the experience started. When the taxi driver picked us up, it was all really convenient and he was really friendly.
In Bali, traffic can be quite chaotic and hectic. When travelling, you need to add additional time to allow for this traffic. The morning we got picked up and taken to our experience, the taxi driver suggested that we go to the coffee plantation because we had an hour spare before we got there. You can see this in our previous video of where we visited the coffee plantation.
Just follow the stairs, yeah?
Yep.
Be careful.
The man you hear telling us to be safe was our instructor for the day. He was absolutely hilarious and really friendly. He was able to guide us so we were safe in the raft and was willing to have some jokes and some laughs along the way. Unfortunately, I didn't read all the instructions correctly and I thought we were going to have to wear shoes in the raft, but you were supposed to take your thongs, or some of you may call them sandals, and he willingly gave me his and walked all the stairs you see barefoot so that I had the safety of the shoes on my feet.
You want down there?
Yeah, look at all that and then down. It's crazy. Oh, I just got wet. Something weed on me. Wow.
Wow, wow, wow.
In this experience, we booked in as a couple, but you are designated a group of 6 people to fill the raft. We were so lucky that the group of people that we were put with were really friendly, and we had a wonderful instructor who was able to help us all get along and be successful in the rapids.
Take for you?
Information about what you can do and what you cannot do along our trip today. Okay? The first, hold your pedal with your hand like this, please. Push!
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 Dancing.
Yay!
Bali this dance. Kecak. Hop! So when I step forward, put on the front, pull on the back. 1, 2, 1.
Strap.
On your pillow. Okay, stop. Stop.
Got it? The instructions you saw being given to us earlier were a vital part of us being successful in this trip. We had to remember some code words and we also got to have some fun while doing it. Boom boom meant that you were about to hit the rocks and hold on. Jiggle 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 meant that you were stuck and you had to jiggle up and down so that we could get off the rocks that we were stuck on. Through the video, you will hear us chanting 1, 2, 1, 2 so that we could keep in time as a team. When the instructor would say left, everyone would have to jump over to the left-hand side. And again, when he said right, everyone would have to jump over to the right-hand side. This helped him to navigate where the raft would go.
Everybody, look at there on the left, have a rock carving on the wall.
Wow!
Right.
How did they do that? They would have been in water.
This is about love story, yeah?
Oh!
The name of the story is Ramayana.
Ramayana.
The local people here made this carving around 45 years ago.
Really? That's recent.
45. Okay.
45 years ago. Were they... Ah!
Yes, anaconda.
Anaconda!
There is a prank that instructors like to do to scare the tourists that are unaware of the wildlife in Indonesia. They would slap the water and pretend they're hitting an anaconda or a crocodile. There are multiple different companies that also do the rafting experience on the same river but start and end at different places. It is important to do your research and look for a company that's reputable for your safety.
Move left, move left, move left. Yeah. Go, go! What's happening? Hello! Clap your hands! Jiggle, buddy!
Jiggle, 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 jiggle! Jiggle, jiggle, jiggle!
Okay, good. Stop.
Stop. That lady looks very scared. Look there.
Yeah, I know.
Bang, bang, watch out! Wow!
Good save.
Move right.
Move right. Yeah, hurry up.
Oh, yeah, I know, great. Jiggle, jiggle.
Check your body.
Shake, shake,
Bye. Check your body. Backward, backward. Backward, backward. Stand up. Stop, stop. Look at camera.
The instructions, as mentioned before, are super important to making sure you maintain your safety. In whitewater rafting, sometimes there are tricky situations that arise, and if you follow the instructions and work as a team, you get through them and you get to enjoy the experience as a whole. There are some parts of whitewater rafting that are really active and you really need to concentrate, and then there are other parts that you just get to float down the river and enjoy the scenery.
Bang, bang, bang! You okay?
Yes. Do you want to swim? Sure.
Yes!
Lift your pedal and slip on the foot.
You going down?
No, never.
Down, whatever!
Never.
Going in!
No, never.
As part of our whitewater rafting experience, we found a secret waterfall that was only accessible through the river itself. And it was such an amazing experience that you got to stand under it, take photos, get some videos, and feel the pressure of the water actually coming off the side and falling down on top of you. This is definitely 100% one of the most memorable experiences of my life, because it's not every day that you get to come up to a waterfall through the river and stand beneath it as it falls.
We stopped at halfway in, had a rest. We had a beer and shouted our instructor a beer as well for all the hard work he's done. We then jumped back in the raft and finished the rest of the river.
After the whitewater rafting experience, we had a lunch that was included in the package that was absolutely delicious, but we were super excited to hop onto the ATVs. We finished our lunch and headed over to the station where the ATV started to get the instructions so we could get on our bikes as soon as possible.
During the first part of the ride, you're getting used to the motorbike, moving around a bit because there's quite a bit of heat that comes out the engine and testing the brakes, as some of the motorbikes aren't the best maintained, but you still feel quite safe while riding them. You can see the rice fields to our left and to our right. This is all farmland and not owned by the company that we went through, so we have to be quite respectful and slow down and not go so quick through this part. This allows people that aren't quite confident with the bikes to get used to it.
was all single file, going up and down and round through all of the little mud tracks. Unfortunately, it hadn't rained for a while, so we did get only short, small patches of mud along the way, but the pathways were still quite high up to the top of the wheels, allowing us to have a good time still. We did get to go through this section 2 or 3 times altogether, which allowed for the people who were less confident, including myself, to practice before having to go through it quicker towards the end. About halfway through the adventure, we pulled up to this little bar where you were able to purchase a beverage so that you could enjoy it while having a short break. This is when Michael and I decided to jump on the same bike so that we could get some footage of us together, as well as I wasn't feeling extremely confident on the bike on my own.
We did a portion of the ride separate, but we decided to jump on the same ATV so that we can get some footage together. Yee! Excited?
Very.
As much as I was having a lot of fun while riding the bike myself, I figured that I would enjoy it more if I could experience it with Michael at the same time. It was much more fun sitting on the back because we could communicate and talk, and given that it was a really long track and it went for a really long time, we actually got to discuss it as we were going and laugh along the way.
On the track, you will see a lot of broken down motorbikes from previous tours. On this tour, we had the bike stop in front of us where the chain flew off, so we had to sit here and wait until one of the other tour guides ran up to fix the motorbike so we could get going again. Tour guides will act pretty quickly upon accidents like this.
On this ride, we came across a lot of locals, a lot of dogs, and also some kites that were flying in the sky to distract the birds away from the farmlands. All the locals were really friendly, waving, saying hello, and some of them even tried to have a conversation. But being on a bike, it was a bit difficult, so we had to try and shout out to them, all while riding. The kids were so excited to see us come through, even though they probably see it on a regular basis.
Unfortunately, the GoPro died at the best part of the tour where we got to go through a tunnel and play in the mud. We were able to get a video of us doing donuts in the mud thanks to one of the other girls. I hope you enjoy the pictures that we purchased of me trying to get 2 wheels up on the motorbike. In Bali, traffic can actually be quite